Hi everyone, it's me, See Lefty Run. Hope all is well. I came here today to tell you about my shoe rotation. So I think I've told you in previous videos, I am obsessed with running shoes. This hasn't always been the case. I've been running since 2003, right? And so I've always traditionally gotten Brooks Glycerin. That's always been my go-to shoe. And then it stopped being my go-to shoe when I learned about the Saucony Endorphin Speed. When I started to become more serious about running and I started increasing my mileage, I was in a Facebook group and someone was like, oh my gosh, I just tried the Saucony Speed and it's amazing. It was when the Saucony Endorphin Speed version 1 first came out. And I happened to be on the market for a new pair of shoes. So I thought, I'll try it. And so I bought it and I was like, holy cow, this shoe's amazing. It just made running feel easier. I was putting forth less effort. And I wore that down to about, I think I ran in it for about 350 miles. And I was using it as my everyday shoe. And then I started reading more that like you should not have an everyday shoe. You probably shouldn't have an everyday shoe with a plate, which that theory is out the window now because New Balance came out with their Super Comp trainer, right? And that has a plate. And a lot of people use that as their everyday shoe. So I don't know what the logic is behind what shoes you can use as everyday with a plate, which ones you shouldn't. But I will say I did choose not to use it as my everyday trainer because I like my speed shoes to feel special. And I thought if I use it every day, I'm not going to get the signals to go fast that I normally get when I put on a fast shoe. So enter shoe rotation. That's kind of when I started rotating shoes. So I started with an easy day shoe and then a tempo race shoe. So the Saucony Ride has been my easy day shoe of choice. I dumped the glycerin and went with the Saucony Ride. And I really love this shoe because it's lightweight. And after wearing the Speed, the glycerin just felt really heavy. So weight started to matter, right? Things that never mattered before suddenly started to matter. So this is actually a lightweight shoe. I don't know how much it weighs. I'm not a shoe tuber, but you could go to different YouTube shoe reviews and they'll tell you all about it. But I'm just telling you why I like it. It's very lightweight and I can pick up the pace in this shoe. And it's just a really nice, get it done kind of shoe. I can do whatever I need to do in the shoe. If I want to do strides at the end of a run, I can do strides. If I want to do some quick miles, I can do some quick miles in it. Really love the Saucony Ride 15. It was quite a surprise and it's not very expensive. I don't remember how much I spent on it. I think it was about 130 bucks. Great deal. I'll probably buy it again. So Saucony Ride, everyday shoe, love it. Okay, next, I told you I loved the Saucony Endorphin Speed version 1. I actually wore that when I ran Big Bear last year in 2021. I did, however, lose 4 toenails in it. So after I ran, I had 2 Saucony Endorphin Speed version 1s. I had 2 pairs. I ran through them. Then they came out with version 2. So I bought version 2 while version 1 I was still putting mileage on my last pair. And I happened to get both pairs for $100 each. And so I thought, oh, I'm gonna stock up. I really love the Speed. Well, guess what? I didn't love the Speed 2 as much as I loved version 1, although they were supposed to be somewhat similar. So, but I'm like, I bought 2 pairs, so I'm gonna work with this shoe. And then my run club, Runners High, which there's a run store in Long Beach called Runners High. And then you have the run club, Runners High. They're not affiliated, but Runners High store does support the run club. So one evening they had a 5K race. Saucony was at the store. They're like, hey, try our shoes. They tried to give me the Ride. I was like, I already love the Ride. Like, can I try the Speed 3? So they let me try the Speed 3 on a 5K. And I was like, holy cow, this is the holy grail of speed shoes, right? Of the Saucony Speed line. It was cushier. It had more room in the toe box for me. Fast paces felt easy. I really loved this shoe. It was $180 and I bought it. So then I was running in the Ride for my easy runs and then my tempo and speed work and marathon paced efforts. I was doing in the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3. Again, a nylon plate. So I had those two. I needed a race day shoe. I do like to run race day in a carbon plated shoe. So what carbon plate am I going to use? You have the Nike Alpha Fly. Tried it, version 1, didn't like it because it's got those pods in the football, in the balls of your feet. And I am a midfoot heel striker. I don't run on the balls of my feet. So for me, it took a lot of effort to like get there. And I felt like the shoe was running me. I was not running it. And I had some pain after 14 miles. I know a lot of people love the Alpha Fly, the version 1 of the Alpha Fly. It just didn't suit me. It felt a little cheap too. And I just felt like it wouldn't last long. Although people say it does last long, I just didn't like it. And I told you, yeah, I just did not like it. So I tried the Asics Metaspeed Sky, the old version, didn't really like it. It was too stiff. I tried the Saucony Endorphin Pro 1, didn't like it, too stiff. I also tried the New Balance RC Elite 2. I actually really liked that shoe. Wore it for Revel Mount Charleston, PR'd by a minute in it. And then I was hearing all kinds of great things about this next shoe I'm going to show you. So I bought it, and turns out I love it. I don't know if the grass gets much greener than the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3. I feel like this shoe, I can't remember how much it was, maybe $225. This shoe is really great. It's got a carbon plate. I think I put in about 20 miles before I used it for Revel Big Bear. I just wanted to make sure it was my race day shoe. It's got plenty of room in the toe box. After Revel Big Bear, my legs felt fresh. I could still walk around in these shoes. When I ran Revel Big Bear the first time, I ran it in the Saucony Endorphin Speed version 1. And my toes were aching at the end. My feet were aching at the end. All I wanted to do was take my shoes off, and I lost 4 toenails. It was, however, a marathon PR for me at the time, and it got me into Boston. So I didn't care. I was happy to lose the toenails to qualify for Boston, which was my goal. But this, oh, it was so great. The only thing I will say is it's the upper is mesh, which is really like, a lot of people really like it because it doesn't get too hot. But Revel Big Bear started at like 22 degrees, I believe. And so for the first 9 miles, I could just feel the air blowing through. But I had wool socks on and it was fine. But so just, be aware of that. This is an amazing shoe. I don't know if I'm going to need another shoe. I was going to try the New Balance SC Elite 3, Super Comp Elite 3 that replaced the RC Elite 2. And I don't think I need to, because I really, really love this shoe. I hope they make a Boston version that I can buy before the Boston Marathon. So those are my 3 shoes that I really, really love. I will say, when I started picking up the mileage, so when I was running 30 to 40 miles a week, the Saucony ride was great. Okay. But when I started picking up the miles, when I started going 45 to 55 miles a week, I needed something that was a bit gentler on my legs, that had more cushion for my easy runs. And so as much as I did not want to do it, I became a trader, because I said I would never buy this type of shoe because I'm not a fan of the company. But I went to Nike, and the reason I got this shoe, it's the Nike ZoomX Invincible. It was on sale for less than $100. It's the version 1. Version 2 is out now. It's about $180. That is too much for this shoe. I don't think you should spend any more than $170 on a pair of shoes without a plate. I wouldn't. If it's going to cost me more than $170, it better have a plate in it. So this does not, but I did get it at Dick's for less than $100. And I really like this shoe because there's a lot of bounce. I don't like a bouncy shoe. I like to bounce when I'm running easy. I like to feel the cushion. And with this shoe, I can. I've tried other cushion trainers. I tried the Saucony Endorphin Shift 3. Didn't really like it, just felt a little flat for me. People really like it. I didn't. I thought I would because I love the Endorphin line. Didn't love the Shift. You know which one I would like to try is the Triumph, Saucony Triumph. I have not tried that yet because I just bought this instead because again, it was $100, it was cheaper. I think the Triumph is about 160. So if I can get this for $100 and I really like it, I wasn't even gonna go there, but I would like to. I am actually curious if it's like this, but with more cushion. I also tried the Nova Blast. You know, everyone loves the Nova Blast. Nova Blast 2, oh, shoe of the year, Nova Blast, it's amazing. And then Nova Blast 3, I tried Nova Blast 2, wasn't impressed with it, returned it. I also tried the Nova Blast 3. Oh, it's amazing, it's so great, love the Nova Blast 3. Guess who doesn't like that much? Me. I haven't sized down half because it always felt like a clown shoe. It's like kind of floppy and loud, and so I tried the Nova Blast 3, same thing, didn't love it. I like this better, so I kept this. So this is my easy day shoe of choice. Another shoe I tried as an easy day shoe was the New Balance Super Comp Trainer. I actually really loved that shoe. I thought, wow, this is a really great shoe. I was all about it until there's a little navy blue plastic thing at the ankle that sits at the ankle, and it just rubbed my ankle bone and gave me blisters. And it wasn't like a minor blister, it was like made me bleed on both ankles. Like I bled through the shoe. So that shoe I think is $170 or $180. And I thought, if I need a Band-Aid to wear with this shoe and it costs me $170, like that's not a good thing. I shouldn't need a Band-Aid for a shoe that's expensive. So sadly, the New Balance Super Comp Trainer had to go back to the store. So that is my rotation. I've got the Nike Zoom X Invincible. I'm a big trader, bought a Nike shoe, but again, I can't beat a deal. I'm a sucker for a deal, and I can be bought. So great deal on those. And then we've got the Saucony Ride 15. Clearly, I'm like leaning towards Saucony this year. I really, really like their shoes. The Saucony Speed 3, which I wore for all of my speed sessions. It's a great shoe. Say if you had to just get one shoe, you could probably just get away with this shoe. If you want to race a marathon, this is a good shoe to train in. You can race in it. So I would suggest this one. The only reason why I wouldn't say the Pro, because I wouldn't run in this every day as a daily trainer. Some people said that they can. Again, but I just think if you do that, it takes the magic away. Then it's no longer magical. If you eat chocolate cake every day, chocolate cake's not going to taste as good on day 20 as it did on day 1. So it's like one of those things. Like I want to save the chocolate cake I want to save it for birthdays, right? This is a chocolate cake shoe. You save it for the party. You save your nice shoes for the party, okay? You show up in nice shoes, show up to the party in nice shoes. So that is my shoe rotation. Those are my thoughts on shoes. Again, can't tell you like how much drop it has. I can't tell you the stack height or if the tongue is gusseted. I don't even know what a gusseted tongue is. Everyone will be like, the tongue is gusseted. I'm like, what the heck does that mean? It doesn't matter to me if it's gusseted or not, or if there's a drop or a shift, or I don't know. I can just tell you how much it costs and whether I like it and why I like it. So that is my shoe rotation. Hope you found that helpful. I was someone who never believed in a shoe rotation, and now here I am running in 3 to 4 pairs of shoes. And again, if I could try another shoe right now, I just put the New Balance More V4 in my cart. And I was like, girl, take it out. What are you doing? Like, what is it going to do that's different than this? Probably nothing. Take it out. You don't need another pair of shoes. So I quick took it out of the cart. Yeah, I just, I want to try the Saucony Triumph. I'd love to try that shoe. You name it, I want to try it. I'm curious about it. I wish you could just rent shoes. Like that's a good business idea. But I don't know how you would handle like cleaning, but you can have a shoe business where you just rent shoes out to people. Like you get to try this shoe for a week, but it'd be hard to like manage the mileage and all of that stuff. But it would be a great idea if you could just try shoes without having. Fortunately, I buy my shoes from Roadrunner Sports and they have a 90-day return policy. Not that I'd ever wear a shoe for 90 days. I think that's a bit abusive. Like if you're using a shoe for 90 days and you're returning it, that's not right. But I will take it for a 6-mile run. And if I don't like it, I'm spending a lot of money on it, I'm going to return it. So I've taken a lot of time to find my shoes, and this is it. But like I said, I am curious about the More V4. I'm wondering if when I'm done with this one, if I might try that one. I don't know, but it's not broke, don't fix it. So anyway, happy running to you. That is my shoe rotation. I'll let you know if anything changes. But as of now, I'm going to stick with this for Boston. But I hope they make a really like flashy blue and yellow one. If not, I'll just use this again because this doesn't have that many miles on it. Have a great day. Bye.